To stay in character as the wicked stepmother, I had a new daily routine. I'd order my eldest son to peel shrimp, my second son to brew my tea, and my youngest daughter to massage my shoulders. This went on for half a month, right up until the man of the house returned. I had my bags packed, ready to be thrown out onto the street, but instead, my eldest son said, "Dad, don't just stand there. Go make mom's bed." Me, host, all you have to do is maintain your persona and torment them every day. The system buzzed in my head. Once the male lead comes back and kicks you out, your mission will be a success. The reward is $10 million. You know, I puffed out my chest and promised, "Don't you worry. When it comes to being wicked, if I'm number 2, no one dares claim to be number 1. The system, reassured, vanished. A new boss has to make her presence known. I gazed at the 3 little pipsqueaks standing before me, lined up from tallest to shortest like Wi-Fi bars. I decided to make an example of one of them to show the other 2 I meant business. It was time for them to taste my wrath. "You, come here and rub my legs." I pointed a perfectly manicured finger at the eldest, Leo. In the future, he was destined to be a brooding, manipulative man who cared for no one but his younger siblings. Too bad for him. Right now he was just a little pawn I could move around my chessboard. He knelt by my feet, his small body radiating humiliation. "Harder. Are you made of fluff? Put some muscle into it." The moment the words left my mouth, a sharp pain shot up my leg. Leo, was it? "Excellent work," I said through gritted teeth. "As a reward, from now on, you all get to eat at the table with me." Because of the neglect they'd suffered, the 3 kids were chronically underfed, as skinny as little monkeys. Leo's head snapped up, his eyes wide with disbelief, as if asking why I was suddenly being so kind. But kind? Not a chance. Kindness wasn't in my job description. I added slowly, savoring the moment. "But you will also drink a full glass of milk every morning and every evening, and I'll be watching to make sure you finish every last drop." As soon as I said it, 3 identical expressions of horror washed over their faces. I could have laughed out loud. I knew it. Milk. The universal enemy of all children. I studied Leo, a wicked smile playing on my lips. "Tell you what, call me mom just once, beg me a little, and maybe I'll let you off the hook with the milk. What do you say?" Leo scoffed, turning his head away in disgust. "He's got backbone. I like that." On my second day as the wicked stepmother, I decided that Leo, who refused to acknowledge me as his mother, needed a new name. Something fitting. Something classic. "From now on, your name is Jedediah," I announced. Jedediah stared at me, his eyes wide with disbelief, but he didn't dare say a word. Pleased, I turned my gaze to the second son, who was trying to make himself invisible. "And you," I declared, "will be Hezekiah." Then, I looked at the little girl, who was blinking at me with innocent eyes, and whispered like the devil on her shoulder, "You, my dear, are Petunia." Seeing the 3 of them, seething but silent, I let out a cackle. Being the wicked stepmother? It was a blast. Even a wicked stepmother has her troubles, though. With my husband away, any trouble the pipsqueaks got into at school meant I was the first person the school called. My phone rang bright and early, jolting me from a dead sleep. "Is this Noah's guardian? Noah was caught stealing money from a classmate. We need you to come to the school immediately." "Noah? A thief?" I dragged myself out of bed, and by the time I reached the principal's office, I could hear a shrill voice screaming from inside. "You trashy little thief. You're nothing but gutter scum, learning to steal at your age. I bet your mother stole the money for your tuition, too. You reek of poverty. You little animal. You're a disgrace. Today, I'm going to teach you the lesson your mother clearly never did." I took a deep breath and shoved the door open. There was tiny Noah, not even as tall as the desk leg, with a bright red handprint blooming on his pale cheek. Tears welled in his eyes, but he refused to let them fall. When he saw me, his head dropped in panic. The teacher stood up